Take a look at the stock market journey for the past 1 month for Nifty on one hand and for HFCL on the other. You will observe that while Nifty 50 has been extremely volatile and has given negative returns, HFCL has been able to show strength and has given a positive 6% returns in the past 1 month only. Why has all of that happened? In fact, if you take a look at the overall stock market chart for HFCL, you will observe that HFCL has given a massive breakout after 21 years of consolidation. And trust me, the good thing is not that this breakout has happened after 21 years. The good thing is that HFCL is able to sustain this breakout, which shows internal strength in the business and confidence among the investors. So, if you are an investor in HFCL or if you are someone who is planning to invest in HFCL, please watch this video till the very end. I'm going to be telling you exactly why I'm so bullish on this stock and what could be the future performance for HFCL. So, without any delay, let's begin. Now, whenever we do the analysis of any company, it becomes important to understand the industry in which that company is operating. HFCL operates in the telecom space and they assist the growth of telecom players as they are the manufacturer of optical cables, optical fibers and broadband equipment. Now, you don't need me to tell you that for the past couple of years, ever since COVID struck, the demand for internet has gone up massively. Virtually every offline interaction has now moved online. Professionals have started to work from home. Students have started to attend classes from home, etc. etc. So for HFCL, this was a classic case of being at the right place at the right time. Now consider this. HFCL manufactures optical cables, optical fibers. There is no viable alternative for these cables because no other material can provide the kind of outputs that the telecom players and eventually the customers need. So HFCL seemed to be very well positioned in that aspect as well. Now, if you take a look at the major clients that HFCL has, almost all the clients that are well known in the telecom space are HFCL's clients. You talk about Airtel, Reliance Jio, Vodafone, MTNL, BSNL, VSNL, all the major players, whether they are public or private, are the clients of HFCL. So in terms of the client size and in terms of the demand generation, HFCL seemed to be faring very well for the past couple of years. Incidentally, this was also a time when India was transitioning or making preparations for its transition towards 5G. But what about HFCL? Was HFCL doing enough to be prepared for this transition towards 5G? Let's find that out in the next segment. Let's now talk about HFCL's preparation for the 5G space. HFCL was one of the first company to earmark or to set aside 200 crores to tap into the 5G market. In fact, they set up a separate business division to explore or to pursue this 5G opportunity. The best thing that they did, in my opinion, was to scale up, was to ramp up their manufacturing capacity of optical cables and fibers by another 20 to 25%. This is what is going to drive the next phase of growth for them. In fact, they have also participated in the government's production linked incentive PLI scheme, through which they'll manufacture locally and make their products more competitive by expanding their geographical market. As a result of this, they have also started to bag contracts from the government side as well, which shows trust and support from the public sector as well. Now they have been able to establish broadband connectivity across all the Gram Panchayats of Jharkhand. As a result of all these steps that HFCL's management has taken in the past 2 to 3 years, the stock has multiplied 3x or 4x and has gone from 20 to 25 odd levels to 80 to 85 odd levels. That's the kind of growth that we have seen in the past 2 to 3 years for HFCL's stock. But is a similar growth reflected in HFCL's financials as well? Now we do know that they are growing and making adequate preparations, but is their revenue growing? Is their profit growing? Let's find that out in the next segment. If you take a look at this chart, which shows the revenue growth for HFCL for the past 5 years, you will observe that the revenue is consistently going up for HFCL. This just goes on to confirm that the efforts that are being taken by HFCL to pursue the 5G space and to overall grow their business in the telecom space have really started to bear fruit. Because their revenues are also increasing, they have also been able to optimize their costs, which is why if you take a look at this chart that shows the profit for the past 5 years, we see more or less a similar trend and the profit looks to be on a growth trajectory as well. This just confirms that their revenues and their profits seem to be on the right path, at least for now. It becomes very important for HFCL's management to continue this growth trajectory and to tap every opportunity to grow their business, to provide internet connection, to provide broadband equipments to whosoever needs it the most. Let us now talk about what is my personal recommendation for HFCL stock and what do I think about the future prospects of HFCL. Now, before COVID, we saw HFCL's stock go down to as low as 10 rupees. Post that, we have seen a massive surge in the stock price of HFCL. In fact, it clocked a high of 101 rupees in the recent past and is currently trading in the range of 70 to 75 rupees. It becomes absolutely important for HFCL's management to sustain this growth trajectory that they are on. Having more and more clients is going to help in that respect. Making sure that the service levels are adequate is going to add to this benefit. So the revenue growth and their order book consistently needs to go up. And for now, I am reasonably confident going by the confidence of the management in this entire telecom space. HFCL seems to have emerged as one of the few front runners when it comes towards transition towards 5G. You talk about HFCL, Sterlite Technologies, these players are really making dents in this space and making sure that they are adequately prepared for this transition. It is exactly because of this reason that I feel that HFCL does have a potential to do extremely well in the future, and I do foresee targets of 100 rupees. But let us be very cautious here as well. It becomes important for investors or for potential investors to take a look at how the management is commenting about the overall stock performance, business performance, and how their quarterly financial results are coming out. It will then give them a very good view of whether HFCL is able to grow itself at the pace that they wanted and whether we can see any upside in the stock price for HFCL. Alright, this was the entire analysis on the breakout of HFCL. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do subscribe to Finance Lens and I'll see you the next time.